Shalom, shalom, elect of the nation of Israel. It's your brother Qadar Shahan here coming at you with a real quick video. First things first, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, which in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue is the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'd like to give double honor to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth. I want to send sincere salutations to the brothers pushing this truth all across the four winds in truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the Akim and Aqua who's listening, learning, and studying to show they self-approve. Shalom. Today I'm going to come at you with a real quick video. It's kind of like a line back off of the brother Tayasha Rollers, Salaki, the brother Bahayar Awards video, entitled Edom is desperately trying to get the narrative back, man. And that's totally true. And it's due to him, trying to purchase the TikTok platform, because it's a lot of information that goes out on that. It's a lot of people coming against him. So he's trying to, scrub at all that information and paint himself in a good light. You see him doing that with these museums, trying to scrub all the history of his, of his abominable acts that he did committed towards the children of Israel. And now he's trying to, say none of that's relevant. And, we need to get rid of all that stuff and to try to make us come forward as a nation. No, see, people need to know their history so they could never repeat it again, man. You need that stuff, man. Because now, if you was to be growing up in this, like if you was to be born right now, and this place was to, last another 20 years, the people who was born now wouldn't even know about slavery. They wouldn't know what the atrocities the Edomites have done to the children of Israel, or the so-called black folks or Mexicans, man. It'll just all be washed over like nothing ever happened. And then people wouldn't even know who their enemy are, who their enemy is. I'm gonna play a little bit of the brother's video because he's going into the article and all that, and then I'm gonna play another video of Caroline Levitt, the press secretary, the little, they talking head, and like she just pretty much explained it. She was talking like I don't think she knew what she was saying, but she said a whole lot. But let's play some of the brother's video.
Major news, y'all, Charlotte. Major news. We got the Fame of the Word starting to kick up. We got brothers who put lessons on TikTok, and it looks like these devils has reached a deal with Moab, which is the Chinese man, to buy TikTok. And we all know why they're trying to buy TikTok. That's to regulate what goes on there. And it also shows the desperation of these devils. When I say devils, I'm talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. They're desperate to get control of the narrative because now they're being fully exposed on all these social media platforms. And the biggest is TikTok, because it's censored because it's owned by China. So I got the article. And it says, TikTok has reached a preliminary deal to sell its U.S. operations to American-based investor group, a move that will allow the wildly popular video app to continue functioning for 170 million users in the country, senior White House officials said. The agreement, which President Donald Trump's administration worked on for months, would spin off Beijing-based TikTok's United States operations to a new joint venture composed of majority American ownership. Oracle, a U.S.-based technology firm, would serve as TikTok's security provider for its American operations. So the devil just sold, basically Moab just sold part of TikTok. They've been wanting to buy it for a minute because he had it banned. It was under a ban. He released it because I guess he was making money off TikTok. So it was on a ban, supposed to be banned. He said if we didn't get to buy it, he was going to ban TikTok. So just in normal fashion, Moab bent over and sold it to him. And they're buying it up by a company called Oracle. It says White House senior officials would not disclose the names of the investors during a September 22nd call with reporters on the transaction, but confirmed that the consortium includes the private equity firm Silver Lake And yeah, it's the reason why they get them names up. They get them names up, somebody gonna go over there and pew pew they butt. So Esau starting to get a little sick. We're gonna keep it under wraps, but with a little investigation, you can get that, man. It's not hard. So it says Trump, during the September 21st interview on Fox News, said Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, they're going to name right there, and billionaire tech investor Michael Dell were involved in the deal. And businessman and media mogul Rupert Murdoch and his son Lachlan Murdoch would probably be in the group as well. So there you go. Larry Ellison's a small hatter. I'm guessing Michael Dell's probably a small hatter too. You know Rupert Murdoch is by just looking at his name. You know, 1948ers, and that's who wants to censor this thing. You know, that's who.
And that's true, man. That's the whole thing, is to censor, you know, the truth, because the scripture said the truth that has been so long without fruit shall be declared. So, you know, matter of fact, let's get that real quick since I quoted it. This is 2nd Ezra 6:28, and it reads, "As for faith, it shall flourish," and faith is flourishing right now. It says, "The corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared." And this truth is being declared across all these different social medias, across you know, just across the world, period, man. And Esau Edom is like being exposed. He's looking bad, and he's trying to get his narrative back. And TikTok hosts a lot of people on there, man, all over the world. So you see if you know, atrocities that's happening, you know, from these Edomites and Gaza, and these atrocities from all over the places that these Edomites is causing all over the world, and everybody can just see it like in real time. You know, back in the day, they didn't have that technology to where we could see what's going on, so it was easy for them to control the narrative. But now they can't do that, man. And now, if you speak the truth, like they're gonna try to lock you up. You know, that's the famine of the word coming into play. That goes into Amos, man. And it's a quote, I want to say, by George Orwell or something. I can't remember. Matter of fact, let me get that quote. Here we go. It's George Orwell, and it say, let's see. It says, "In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act," man. And that's the truth, man. We in that time where you telling the truth can cost you your life, man. You telling the truth can make you hated. You telling the truth can like let you lose your livelihood, man. And that reminds me of a precept in Galatians. That's a precept in Galatians. Let me get it, man. Let me get that real quick. And it reads, let's see, Galatians 4:16. And it reads, "Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?" And it's a question mark right there, man. And it's true. Like, if you tell the truth in this time, you become the elite's enemies, man. And all those brainwashed people who follow after the narrative of Esau, Edom, and the elites, man. You make yourself a prey, you know, by telling the truth. Let's get this video of Caroline Levitt, man, and what she was saying.
Under the terms of this deal, TikTok will be owned by a majority of American investors and controlled by a board of directors with extensive...
You hear, controlled, man. So this is all about controlling the narrative. Let's play some more.
National security and cybersecurity credentials. In partnership with the U.S. government, Oracle will serve as TikTok's trusted security provider, and they will independently monitor the safety and data.
They're monitoring the safety and data. That's like they're gonna censor everything, man. If they don't like what you're saying, they're gonna monitor it and clip your video, man. They probably send a knock at your door because like they got all your information because you signed up to it.
security of all U.S. user data on TikTok's platform. Americans' data will be stored securely in the United States without access from China. All U.S. user data will be stored on servers operated by Oracle in the United States, protected from surveillance or interference by foreign adversaries. And the algorithm, I know this is a question many of you have had, will be secured, retrained, and operated in the United States.
See, they're gonna secure it and retrain the algorithm. They said, you hear that? So she's telling on her. So she don't even know what she's saying. She don't even know she's telling on her. So they're gonna retrain the algorithm. So all the propaganda that they want to spew, they're gonna put it out there so you can see it. And TikTok is already kind of crazy anyway. You look at enough TikToks, man, it'll fuck your brain up, man. It'll have your brain like you'll have short-term thinking. You can't look at no long movie or listen to no long lesson. You ain't even gonna be able to read a book because your brain is gonna be wandering. Next thing you know, you back on your phone on TikTok, and that's how people get brainwashed, man. That's brainwashing people. So they gonna brainwash you with their narrative, since they're buying this TikTok. Let's play some more.
Site of ByteDance's control, and TikTok will remain globally interoperable, meaning TikTok users in the U.S. will be able to see videos posted by users in other countries and vice versa. Under the terms of this deal, TikTok...
And I doubt that, man, because they probably let you see the countries that fall in line with them, but they ain't going to show you what's going on, from other countries just like rebelling, like how you can scroll to somebody in France and see them in an uproar with their government. That ain't gonna be on there no more. She said it's gonna be controlled and monitored, and they're gonna recenter the algorithm, man. So, hey, we living in them times of Amos 8 and 11. Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. Let's get Amos 8 and 11, and it reads, "Behold, the day cometh, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst, but of hearing the words of the Lord." So, hey, this truth, it ain't gonna stop at TikTok. It's gonna stop. It's gonna go to YouTube. It's gonna go to all these other different platforms as well. Because the internet was made to spread the truth. Whether you believe it or not, that's what this internet was for, to spread the truth. Because like the apostles of old had to literally travel, on camelback and on foot to go to different places. But the Lord let Esau create the technology to where you could put this on the internet, upload something in America, and hear that shit wail in Timbuktu. You can hear that wail across the world in Russia or Australia and vice versa, man. So that's what this internet was created for. And now they're going to censor the truth so you won't be able to hear the word of the Lord, the true words of the Lord, and they can push their narrative out. And let's get while I'm here, let's get Amos 5 and 10 since I'm right here. And it goes into what I just was saying, man. They don't want you to they don't want to hear the truth of the scriptures, man. And it says, "They hate him that rebuketh at the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly," man. And that's what they're going to do. They abhor him that speaketh uprightly. That's why they're going to take this truth off the internet. They're going to move it to where you ain't going to be able to find it. They're going to scrub it. Just because we're speaking uprightly and we're speaking against him. And that's part of the scriptures, man. That's prophecy. It said the Lord told us to prophesy against Mount Seir, and it's a precept to say Esau is like what it say Edom is Esau is Edom, Mount Seir. That's all Esau Edom right there, man. Loosely paraphrasing. So we in these times, man, where hey, you better have this truth and eat it up before because this is gonna be what's going to save you in these times, man. Because like once this truth is gone and they push that narrative out that they are right and they scrub all the truth, people are going to conform to that. And then once they conform to it, they're going to, like, you try to speak the truth, nigga, they're going to be like, nigga, this is not what I heard on TV. This is not what I heard on social media. Hey, you lying. You speaking against the government? Oh, okay. I'm telling on you. And that's no, I mean, you no, and that's in the scriptures too. You can read that in Sirach. See, once all that happened, they just gonna go off of what their leader said. So people just gonna go off of what their leader said and what they hear. So you tell the truth, they're gonna try to tell on you to get you thrown away. Matter of fact, you can get that in Sirach, I think. Let's see. Sirach, because it goes into the elites. When the elites speak, people are stolen to the clouds. But when the poor man speak, man, they're gonna help to throw you over. Matter of fact, let's I think that's Sirach. Sirach 13, I think. Let's see. Sirach 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And that's exactly what they trying to do. They rich, they can control the narrative, they can, buy systems and control the algorithms because they rich and they in charge. And it says, when the rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And you're going to have no choice but to hold your tongue because they're gonna try to make you cease from speaking. It says, and look, and he saith, and they extol it to the clouds. But if a poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him. You see that right now with the brothers on the streets, but it's going to get worse, whenever they, do the whole censoring and the family of the word fully kicks in. Because nowadays, like, you see that nowadays, people come up and scoffing and y'all don't got no church, y'all don't got no building, shit. That's not what they say on TV. But now it's gonna get worse when the family of the word kick in completely, man. And I'm gonna get one more, and I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna get Isaiah 29 and 21, and it reads, "They make a man a fender for a word, and lay snares for him that reproveth at the gate." And this right here is a snare for those those who teaches and preaches, the prophets that's on the highways and byways who's pushing out this truth via video epistles, man. So you get to speaking the truth, and they made some, laws to fucking to lock you up because they don't want you speaking the truth. And they want you to go along with their narrative, man. It says they make a man a offender for a word. So like you speak the truth and you'll become a offender, man. They can lock you up, which is unrighteous decrees. And you can read that in Isaiah 10 and 1, where it say, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees," man. And that's exactly what this is. But I'm going to end it there. And Lord willing, this was edifying. Lord willing, it made sense. And I would like to say, Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Barak Ka Akim, Shalom.